Living in a fancy gated neighborhood has its perks. Good schools, quiet streets, decent neighbors, and then there's the HOA. Ours is run by Karen. If you've read this far, you know the type. Petty rules, petty fines, and an inflated sense of power. What Karen didn't know when I moved in is that I'm a federal agent, FBI to be exact. I mostly work fraud cases, so dealing with con artists is my bread and butter. About 6 months ago, Karen started sending me violation notices for things like improper mailbox color and unapproved flower pots. I ignored them because they were nonsense, but the more I ignored her, the angrier she got. One night, 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, I woke up to banging on my front door and lights shining through my window. I peeked through the blinds and saw 2 guys in dark uniforms with badges that read, HOA Security Police. They were pounding on my door yelling, "Open up! Compliance check!" I knew immediately something was off. HOA security has no police powers, and definitely not at 2 a.m. I grabbed my phone, hit record, and tucked it in my pocket. Then I slid my service weapon into my waistband, just in case. When I opened the door, they shoved past me without a word and started inspecting my foyer. One of them pulled out a citation pad and started scribbling something about suspicious items on the porch. I calmly asked who they worked for. They flashed fake IDs that looked like they'd been printed at Kinko's. One of them even had a badge that literally said, Neighborhood Compliance Officer, in Comic Sans. I played along. "Oh, you boys are with HOA enforcement? Hold on. Let me get my ID." I walked to my safe, opened it, and came back out flashing my real, shiny FBI badge. The change in their faces was instant. They looked like 2 kids caught stealing candy. I told them to sit down and not move an inch. Then I called the local PD. Turns out Karen had hired these clowns off Craigslist. Private security, she called it. Except she never told them they were impersonating law enforcement, which is a felony in our state. When the cops arrived, they arrested both of them on the spot for trespassing, impersonating an officer, and unlawful entry. My video footage sealed the deal. The best part? Karen tried to claim it was all a misunderstanding, but she had signed the payment for their security services. And the DA was very interested in the paperwork. She got slapped with criminal conspiracy charges and lost her precious HOA president gig overnight. Now when I walk my dog, the neighborhood waves and says hi, because they all know I won't hesitate to flash that badge if someone tries to pull another stunt. Karen's gone, the fake cops are facing real charges, and my mailbox is exactly the color I want it to be. Because freedom tastes even better when you've got the law on your side.